Hello there, friends. Welcome to Start Early today. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well wherever you may be. In the East Coast, we are receiving some sunlight. Hope you're receiving that as well on your part of the globe. And the leaves are gently falling ever so beautifully, one by one, and it's rustling. Go about with the rhythm of my feet and the wind. It's such a good tool to remind us that we are all one and we are all interconnected. Going out to nature, and it does not need to be drastic or grandiose. It's just your backyard or around the block or a nearby park. Go to your nearby park and look at the immense beauty that is usually taken for granted. Tune into your breath. The breath is such a beautiful tool, and that is exactly just what we need, my friend. To let go of all of the kerfuffle of the mind, all of your stories, or all of your constructs, and all of the things you think you need to do to be okay. Let that go, or give it some space. Allow your ego to be it. Allow your ego to be unsatisfied and discontent. Leave it for a while. In this moment here with me, we are acknowledging the truths that run the whole show, the principles of the universe, the things that are bigger than our thinking. At times, our worlds get too small because we are too trapped in our heads. We pay too close attention to our persona, protecting and defending our beliefs, holding on too tight into things that there's nothing that you can really hold on to. You're trying to grasp water. These are all just made up. It's made up by your programming. It's made up by your ability to absorb data. Maybe these are traumas that you picked up when you were young, unconsciously. And maybe I'm just stopping by here to appreciate some flowers. And maybe you've been unconsciously carrying baggage that are not of service to your highest good. What is your highest good? Take a deep breath in, expand your shoulders, and imagine the ultimate person, or the ultimate version of yourself, the one who is able to serve, the one that you are meant to be. Where are you being pulled? What type of person are you being pulled towards? Maybe in a form of inspiration or projects. What is it for you? It's all made up, and the beauty of everything, my friend, is you get to make it up. You get to create your own truths, and you get to choose your beliefs. Watch your narrative. Know that it can always be changed. Oh, the wind, can you hear that, my friend? It's so immersive out here. So I feel so immersed in life. I can feel the wind in my skin, and the moment I decide that I am bigger than my skin encapsulated ego, that the barrier of me is an illusion, that I do not end in my skin, that the outside of me is myself too, the more peaceful I get, and the more beautiful I get to appreciate the gift of life. So Enough intro. Let's dive into today's topic, which is positioning, a very important aspect of mindfulness and leadership. It's a very important thing on how you will lead your life, because you lead your life wherever you want to go. You build yourself with the skills you choose to learn. You design your time and days through decision. And let us not miss out on opportunities that can be leveraged right in front of us. Let's not miss the opportunities and things that are in front of us that can also be positioned well to the advantage of a common goal. It may be a goal within an organization, or a goal within yourself, a goal within your household, a goal within your partner. So, what is the value of positioning? Finding your unique place in the world instead of keeping on fitting a round peg in a square hole, trying to be somebody else. Your uniqueness is what makes you valuable, my friend. Drive at it. Dig deep within and find what makes you truly alive, what makes you feel inspired. And this can be measured by how much joy you feel. And with an unlimited joy that you feel inside, you will be an overflow of energy, and there will be no limit to what you can give. There's no limit to how many people you can lift up through speech, through vibration, through sharing of your creation, through lending a helping hand, and maybe just listening. At this park where I do my pull-ups, there's this old woman who keeps on dropping by, and she talks to me for 5 minutes or so, and I just listen to her, and she just appreciates how much I listen, and I just turn things around, all the things that she says that are negative, and I hope I provide value, but I do not infringe on her. She's the one who just starts to talk to me. It's just because of my presence, and I find that thing very beautiful, that we can uplift someone just by acknowledging their presence. So talk about positioning. Welcome, my friend. If you're new here, this is Start Early Today. I'm your host, Paolo. I play guitars and write music as Turbo Goth, and we do tattoos in a quaint, artful studio in Tribeca, New York, with my partner Sarah. We're called Snow Tattoo NYC, the best fine lines since 2007. And today I'm here to spend time with you to talk about insights and strategies that empower us to lead our best lives. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a crucial topic that impacts our personal and professional lives: positioning. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a creative, or someone navigating the complexities of life, understanding the importance of positioning can make all the difference. To kick things off, let's clarify what we mean by positioning. Positioning is about how you present yourself or your brand in relation to others. It's about carving out your unique space in a crowded marketplace or in social dynamics. As a marketing guru, Al Ries famously said, "Positioning is not what you do to a product. Positioning is what you do to the mind of the prospect." This highlights the importance of perception in defining your positioning. Why it matters. So here are the key reasons why positioning matters. Differentiation. In a world saturated with options, effective positioning helps you stand out. It allows you to showcase what makes you unique, whether that's your skills, values, or perspective. So take a moment to look at your strengths, what values you hold dear, and your unique ideas and perspectives on the world. What makes it different from others? What makes it rise above the status quo? And how are you presenting it to the world? Are you attaching it or applying it in the way you work, in the way you do things, in the way you communicate? So differentiation is key. Number 2, clarity. Positioning brings clarity to your goals and identity. When you understand where you fit in, you can make more informed decisions that align with your purpose. Once again, the importance of knowing the most important thing in your life. Going back to Greg McEwan's essentialism, cutting out the trivial many for the vital few to arise. Today, me and my partner just wrote down 3 things that need to happen within the day for us to feel 100%. So we wrote those down, and it provided us clarity, because if you write down 10 to do things, and oh my god, you're gonna be sucked into discontent with your productivity. You're gonna be pulled hither and thither and looking at things that are not fulfilled, and you're gonna end up being hard on yourself. I've been through these days, my friend, and it's all in the mind. I heard somewhere, it's probably on Instagram, where it said, it's so profound, the greatest shift that you're gonna make is an internal one. So it's all about how we see things. So in deciding to be clear on the day and in your position, being clear in your position is visioning your role. You decide, how are you gonna be the best household member, the best leader of yourself, the best leader of your team, the best creator of your project, the best marketer of your creations. See, how are you positioning yourself? How are you positioning your product? How are you positioning your talents? If you make the best burger in the world or the best spaghetti in the world, shout out to me. I think I make the best spaghetti and meatballs, and there are thousands of spaghetti and meatballs, and I position it on the internet through SEO strategies, and tools are there. And if you type in my name, which is my moniker is Make Pure Thy Heart, and that's my, shall I say, my trademark or my stamp on the world, because it feels real to me. It's called Make Pure Thy Heart Spaghetti. If you Google that, hundreds of spaghetti recipes by myself will appear. And it's positioned for monetization because ad revenue kicks in. It reels in. So as time goes by, my SEO potency gets more distilled, because monthly I do an update. Like today, I'm scheduling a 2-hour work for posting new food blogs, posting new recipes, and updating old ones, like old words that are not of help. If it's not bringing value to the reader, be mindful of your EEAT, authority. It's slipping my mind right now, but it's all about bringing value to the reader. It's your authenticity, authority. Just be real, dude. The main point is be clear, be real, and deploy. Okay? Number 3 is connection. I leave you with that. Clarity, be clear in your role and position, and how is it going to be the best, most effective blank, and you fill out that blank. Connection. Good positioning fosters connection. It helps you attract like-minded individuals and opportunities that resonate with your authentic self. Connect with others, my friends. Create your community. Have you heard about School? This is Alex Hormozzi's new platform. I think he bought it or he partnered with it and really grew it. He gamified it, and to enter I think it's $100 per month, but all the tools are there. You can build community, you can sell your course, kids are making a whole lot of moolah because they provide value in there. But I think platform wise, I'm sticking to Substack for now to really utilize their tools, because I just feel good. It's just, platforms, they also have personalities, and I really resonate with Substack. Connection. Yeah, speaking of connection, it's all about connecting to people, connecting to like-minded people who you can learn from, and whom can learn from you. It's a vice versa. It's a give and take. It's a giving and taking. Everybody knows something that you do not. So keep that meekness in mind, and in listening, you get to empower everybody who you might encounter, because everybody's put in front of us for a reason. Everybody is our teacher, everybody is our guru. Even the things that you might find unpreferable or might find gruesome or does not match with your values, they're teachers, my friend. So actionable tool. So let's brush up on the three things. It's differentiation, clarity, connection. Actionable tool. Take a moment to reflect. What are the 3 words that describe your unique strengths and values? Write them down. This exercise can help clarify your positioning. What are your strengths? What's your unique genius? What do you find fascinating and you can go on forever that other people find as boring and work? If you're a handyman, or if you like crafts and trinkets, some people might find that boring. So if you curate those things, that might be of value for them. If you can explain the history, and if you can go into the nitty-gritty of how fantastic a mundane thing can be, you can lift up a perception of something that is taken for granted and bring value to that. That's the game of life, my friend, to bring something that is not to what is, to its isness, to create suchness around it. So notes are just everywhere, but if we put it together mindfully and we put our souls into it, our creativity into it, it becomes a number 1 hit, Grammy Award winning, raking in royalties song. If you gather your ingredients and cook them properly and put them on the internet, you might be featured in the New York Times and become a bestseller. Being the goal. Was that clear? Being unattached to the goal, being unattached to the results, but being attached to our inputs, being attached to the way we create things, being attached to the truth and aliveness of our inspiration. That is what is of the utmost importance. So take a moment. How are you positioning yourself? How are you gonna position yourself today better than yesterday? What data, what are the things that brought you result yesterday that are preferred? Maybe you can double down on that. Everything can be managed and run through the Pareto principle, because the truth of the matter is, the way the world works is 80% of the result comes from 20% of the effort. Okay? So watch where you are exerting 80% of the work and getting 20% of the result. See, everything is just energy, and it can be adjusted through deliberate watchfulness. If you just watch and track down, you can track down your finances, your exercise, the food you eat, the success that you build, the rate of success that you prefer in this life. Okay, everything can be managed, everything is malleable, everything can be designed. We have tools all around us. Use ChatGPT. I have downloaded and recently using Perplexity and Claude. And yeah, it's fun. It's eye-opening. It's like speeding up your brain into... It gets you out of overthinking because it presents the answers right in front of you, and you can immediately get to packaging things up, putting things together of value, and make something that is of value. If that's your game, only if you want to, my friend. No infringement here. Segment number 3, real-world examples of effective positioning. Let's explore some real-world examples to illustrate effective positioning. Apple doesn't just sell technology, it positions itself as a lifestyle brand focused on innovation and creativity. This positioning attracts a loyal customer base that identifies with those values. Yeah, when you walk into an Apple store, it's just immediately you would want to create, like, I want an iPad, I'm gonna draw, I'm gonna make some colors, I'm gonna mix up some colors, mix up some sounds. And right now I'm recording through my Apple iPhone, and it's just, I think the best product, my friend, is humanity. That is the best. That's why I got into life coaching, because I can easily sell your future to you. I can imagine through you, through inquiry, like the best life that can ever be imagined. And we're just melting barriers through truths that has been passed down by the Stoics and the metaphysicians, the ancient sages, the yogis, the Buddha. We will use ancient knowledge, and they're pretty basic. It's just accessing the godliness in you, my friend. It's all about tapping the God in you. And that is, I think that's the best product. I think that's the best way to live when you wake up and you're open to all the possibilities in the world. So attach that to your craft. Attach that into your ceramic cup that you're spinning in your, what do you call that machine where you spin your, comment that, my friend, where you spin your ceramic masterpiece. So how are you positioning yourself wherein the godliness in you is seamlessly shining? Okay, so example number 1, that's Apple. Apple is not just a computer, and it's never the thing, it's the feeling, it's the essence, it's the meaning. What does that mean, my friend? You're not only taking out trash, you're not just a man or a woman taking out trash and paying bills and looking for titillating things on the internet and eating sugar. You're more than that, my friend. You're more than what meets the eye. You're more than what you think you are. It's what it means. What does it mean to be human? You know, you read this when you read scripture. You feel this when you read scripture and when you read poets such as Rumi or Khalil Gibran or Shakespeare, my friend. Okay, so position yourself where your godliness is evolved, is put to the test, is being position yourself wherein you're challenged, position yourself wherein you're gonna be hammered until the brass turns to gold, wherein you are gonna be awakened. Do Wim Hof breathing and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll be lightheaded and you'll get out of this you'll get out of your personality for a bit. You don't need psychedelics, but if that's your game, go for that. And once you have a touch of that awakening, it's hard to go back, my friend. It's hard to go back once you realize that everything is possible and that you can do anything and everything and you can achieve anything and everything that you desire and choose to, and that you're willing to pay the price of learning and discipline and persistence and tenacity and leadership and being relentlessly resourceful. And if you're willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to make that magical connection, it's hard to go back. Example number 2, Oprah. Oprah has positioned herself as a voice of empowerment and authenticity. Her brand is synonymous with personal growth, which resonates deeply with her audience. These examples show us that effective positioning is intentional and strategic. It's about knowing your audience and what you stand for. So imagine, the coach when he positions the player. It's seeing how the world will move, how situations will transcend and transpire if you do certain things, if you place A before B, okay? If you position your finances wherein the world is moving fast, then it shall grow exponentially. If you position yourself with and around dynamic, hardworking, vibrant people, you shall be then, through the law of osmosis and inverse transformation, shall become them. If you drown yourself in gratitude and in inspiration and of stories of success from the past, you will then have leveraged yourself because you have distilled the wisdom and downloaded it into your brain. Like the CEO of all the wisdom of Steve Jobs, of the creator of Whole Foods, of Kinko's, big companies and they were not made through magic, my friends. It's through deliberate, intent, strategic planning and actions, my friend. Inspired actions backed by truths, inspiration that you stand for and live for. Bigger than you, bigger than taking. It's giving. And it all boils down to the customers. Are you providing value? Are you providing real help? So, if so, position yourself wherein you can help as many people as you can. And then it shall reflect, it will go back to you. Not to be too poetic, you want to be real, you'll be paid. People will pay you if you position yourself as a person who can build. If you have that confidence, if you know that you are that of worth, if you know that what you're giving is worthy of a payment, then there's no limit to how much you can bill. There's this one coach of, I think this one coach coached Steve Jobs, and he's like paid in tens of millions. I get these stories from My First Million, from Sean Puri and Sam Parr. I listen to a lot of their stories. they're good curators of what's cool in the world and on the internet. I'll find the name of this guy, but this guy has just one briefcase and he just talks to Steve Jobs for I think 2 hours, and he gets paid I think on retainer for hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands, millions, and he's just there talking to one person. So it does not necessarily, he has positioned himself to receive that much. Okay, so you too can he is no different from you. We are all blessed with a brain and a connection to the divine and access to Chat GPT. So there's no difference. The only difference is the choices and the decisions you're gonna make today. Are you gonna act on your plan? Are you really gonna go for that dream? Are you gonna pay the price today? So know that we understand the importance of positioning. How can you find your unique place? Here are some actionable steps. Self-reflection. Spend time reflecting on your passions, strengths, and values. What do you love? What are you good at? What do you stand for? Market research. Look at what others in your field are doing. Identify gaps or areas where you can offer something different or better. Oh, that's really great. Market research, just instead of just scrolling on shallow entertainment, really look for important things and observe how things work in this day and age of internet and social. Where do you think your skills can be of high value or high use? Do some experimentation. Don't be afraid to try different approaches. Experiment with your messaging and see what resonates with your audience. That's why I love writing newsletters and blogs and content. There's always a new way to go about it. There's voiceover in my cooking videos, and there's this podcast, there's Substack newsletter, there's notes, there's threads, and see where people react and respond, and you act accordingly and double down on what works. Where there is movement and activity, spend more time there. Feedback. Seek feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues. Understanding how others perceive you can provide valuable insights into your positioning. I want to hear from you, friend. So we covered a lot of grounds here, and I hope you picked up a couple of gems wherein you can really make change today, make change for the better. And hard things are only hard because you perceive it as hard, but once you take a step in and dip in your toes, you can dive in, all in, and fully engage. What's your progress? Let me know. Thank you for joining us today on Start Early Today. Remember, positioning is not just about marketing. It's about authenticity and finding your voice in a noisy world. If you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe, rate, and share it with others who might benefit. Until next time, embrace your unique positioning and let your true self shine. Tomorrow we will be tackling... I took note of these thought-provoking prompts, and I'm excited to share them with you. And that's for tomorrow. Upgrade on Substack. I'm mostly there. I'm deep diving right now the work of Dr. Julie Gerner. I'm so into what she's doing. She's a high performance executive coach, from athletes to CFOs. And just by listening to her, I get to have a grasp on how things work in the arena. Once again, position yourself in the arena so that people know you. And when people know you, you can shine your energy and therefore attract people of the same vibration, so you guys can jam. jam it out. Something good might come out of it. This is Paolo once again. I'm gonna complete my set. I'm gonna do some muscle ups, my friend. How about you? I hope you do your thing. You do you. Do some skip rope, hula hoop, or juggle some heavy stuff. Maybe juggle some tennis balls, golf balls, or bowling balls. It's up to you. Just do it unwobblingly, as Alan Watts would say. Shout out to you, Alan Watts, my favorite philosopher. Okay, we did good today. So the value of positioning, peace,